Hey, how's it going? It's 3rd of January, and we are taking a look at what kind of opportunities are available out there. Within this video, I thought I'll take a look at what partnership opportunities are available. Then we're taking a look at Brazil, and there might be some funding available when it comes to programs, right? It might be research work, but I haven't read it yet, right? So that way, Brazil pump priming award. Let's try to understand this award a little bit better and everything what's happening. You can apply for up to 35,000 over 2 years to pump prime collaborations between scientists in United Kingdom and Sao Paulo state in Brazil. The award supports the development of future applications within our remit under the UK Research and Innovation Sao Paulo Research Foundation-led agency agreement. I have seen a lot of similar, but it's not the same. I haven't read in that detail, but I have seen a lot of things happening when it comes to setting up those infrastructure research projects, right? Germany, Japan, just name a few countries that does a lot of those, right? And then I have read Brazil, and I think I have seen something when it comes to setting up some of those research projects within UK, doing something, or we're looking to do something with Canada. So I'm gonna perhaps touch on that as we go, but within this video, let's touch on this opportunity. Let's try to understand a little bit better what everything was happening. How to apply? There might be some applications. If you're referring to this organization, it might be uh, what they are looking for. We might be looking for scientists, not necessarily for industry. Some of them might be a big difference there. Myself, I'm coming into this as industry, right? And I would be interested to understand how what I'm saying is what are those scientists are doing. They might be working on some interesting solutions, right? And if they were interested in collaborating and working with industry, so the scientists are solving problems, real existing world problems, for potentially a collaboration or opportunities of partnership with industry. So I think this is what they're referring to when they're referring to some of those application processes. There might be eligibility. That's a part that might be considered important. That would be who can apply for support, and that would be some, some people there in place, right? That would be holders already of perhaps referring to location BBSRC. That might be Brazilian research institutions names, research grant, and or a researcher employed at BBSRC institutions. This application was made by applicable investigator. One person may act as a lead for a consortia of academic students are not eligible. Right. So there might be just because of the funding, right? There might be a massive fund, and overall period of time. I think it was 2 years, right? It's not necessarily 6 months or so. So there might be different opportunities there for students, but not necessarily this one. For myself, I'm looking or coming into this as industry, and I'm looking to understand how to engage. There's something's happening within this area. I'm not entirely sure all the details, but something's happening with deforestation, I think, and people moving into more of security and or exporting food, right? And there was a lot of pushback coming from some of the European countries and doing business, right, and or letting import a lot of food, right? And how that food was grown within particular areas of the world, right? So there was some pushback coming from that. I don't know if it's valid. I don't know if it's valid. Now that I go into a shop, I can see where the food came from. Sometimes it might be from Brazil, so I don't know what's happening. I have seen a lot of pushback. We are seeking to promote collaboration between UK and Brazilian scientists working with our remit. We will give priority to applications in the fields of food security, bioenergy, and industrial biotechnology. Oh, okay. So perhaps not, I do understand it, but not perhaps not something that I might see myself doing in the near distant future, perhaps later on. I still engage. I was still interested in engaging perhaps the people who not necessarily understand that there are perhaps different opportunities, right? Because that would be a movement, right? And overall, then we I guess taking a look at the economy, while food might be very very important, but it relatively speaking very cheap commodity. Relatively compared to perhaps working on different projects. So that's what I'm saying. Since I understand it, perhaps myself, I see myself doing perhaps working on taking a look at relatively speaking more expensive commodities, right, and how potentially work on those instead, right. So I will be myself looking to engage with some of those institutions and working towards perhaps more expensive commodities. I just had a conference call, right, with some of those councils within UK, some of the smaller ones, right. That would be about 12,000 people. It's 12,000, what is it? Three grocery shops and perhaps three or four pubs and one petrol station. And we had a quick conversation. I thought I would still make an offer, right? About how my business can engage with that community and potentially how we can work together, right? And there was a very very lovely lady I had a chance to speak to. It was great, right? And most likely myself and or perhaps others who would like to engage, but this community is very small, right? So I would think about and put propositions. I would still do it. I would still put a business proposition by the end of the day, how I can potentially engage and work together with that community. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a course. Within this course, I'm taking a look and I'm looking to share as much information with others as I can. But within this course, that would be 12 different points that I'm looking to expand on. And that would be a very fundamental course that I personally believe that many people would need to learn about. That would be just to name the few areas that really how to set targets, how to work towards achieving your goals, and if you never done it, perhaps how to structure your goals or how to have those right. That would be very important things. Well, normally those kind of things haven't been taught in school, and if we were to take a look at something like a budget, that many people perhaps they might know of, but not necessarily would have a budget. Starting with your own personal budget and progressing from there into having perhaps a number of those budgets and how to operating as a business and how to do it right. You can find it that and more. If you perhaps you feel like to have, ask any questions, feel free to reach out to me. There's gonna be a QR code in the corner and company's website below. So I'll share more information with the people who are interested. Perhaps this particular opportunity would be more to engage for research institutions with perhaps not necessarily industry, right, where I'm coming from. Where I'm looking to engage and perhaps try to understand what the opportunity of engaging with some of those teams and or collaborating together, including some of those places, including Brazil and or perhaps if I can find, let's touch on a couple more of those opportunities within going not necessarily only domestically but expanding internationally. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.